Okay, it's May 7th, and this is the GaNooze.